One and three. So, hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, wherever you're listening from. Good day to you. Good evening. Good morning. You're on to another episode of the Majority Block Podcast, and I'm your co-host, Atem King Victor, co-hosting this session with Majority, and we are on to an interesting episode, an interesting topic for today. It is. You want to take a guess? Definitely not. You wouldn't be able to guess this one. But we'll be talking about the Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is around the corner, and we're going to be looking a bit into the Valentine's Day. We're going to be looking into the history. We're going to be looking into the current trends, and we're also going to be looking at where we are headed with this day, with this celebration. It's become so popular, and I think its true meaning or its true sense to some extent has been diffused or dissolved so much such that we do not get the core of the day. But we're going to look at this in detail in this episode. So stay tuned with us as we dive deep into this topic, Valentine's Day package. So we're taking a break from there, right? And then we'll come back and then talk about the whole thing. Mhm. So we go again in three, two, 3, 2, 1, 0. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As I said earlier, we're going to be looking at the Valentine's Day package, and we'll start with the history majority. We're going to look at where Valentine's Day originated from. Yeah. You know, I mean, everything has a start, everything has a history. So we're going to be looking at where it came up from. And Valentine, Valentine's Day came up from this this person called Valentine. So from the angle of the Catholic Church, yeah, it's called Saint Valentine. And Saint Valentine was this person who celebrated love in a very interesting way, and someone who showed, I would say, genuine love, because he was jailed. Yeah, he was jailed. He was imprisoned by the authorities of the Roman Empire, and he showed some very interesting love to the daughter of his jailer. Yeah. So he treated her. I'm not very exactly sure by what means he treated her, but he treated her of blindness. I don't know if it was, the Holy Spirit in that way, or if it was some medical treatment. So he treated his jailer's daughter, and she could see again. And you would want to ask, you would want to think that if you are my jailer, why should I show love to your daughter? You get it? So this particular act of love was so significant and so powerful that it triggered something in the minds of people, and it triggered what we today know as Valentine's Day. I think that was the start of it all, and then we had it in the 14th and 15th centuries when the celebration actually commenced with uh, a lot of communities commemorating this day. They set aside this day to celebrate Saint Valentine for his gestures, for his love acts, and the wonderful things he was doing. He did not only treat her; he did other acts of love. Oh, yeah. He ministered to people being persecuted by the Roman Empire, because the Roman Empire, as at that time, was this very stringent, this very strict empire with the leaders. They tried to subdue or try to suppress the people, and in his own little way, he was able to reach out to the people with love, and yeah, give them that shoulder, give them that hug that people need. These days, it's not the case. People have transformed this. Will I say that? Should we dive into that, or we should look at Saint Valentine himself before we dive into that?
I mean, when it comes to the way Saint Valentine portrayed love back in the Roman Empire, the kind of love gestures he did, I feel like out of the many people back then who understood what love was, Saint Valentine was amongst those who was willing to take the pains, willing to bear all the consequences that came with love. Like you rightfully said, he healed his jailer's daughter from blindness. If you put me in that place, I wouldn't do nothing of that magnitude. Like, why would I try to get to like heal someone who puts me in pain? And
Yeah.
I'm trying to show some sign of love or kindness towards that same person. Because the daughter is eventually part of his body. It doesn't matter if the dad was like the superhead with the Akbar. It's part of your family.
Right.
Like a friend to my friend, a friend to my enemy
Enemy is
is
my
my
enemy.
friend.
A friend to my enemy should
It should be your
be my
enemy.
enemy.
So it's exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
But despite all that, he took all that aside, he kept everything aside and still showed that act of kindness, that act of love. This made it like it rang a bell in everyone who was at that time in the Roman Empire's mindset and neighboring communities aside. So this made it like they had to set a day aside and it had to be inaugurated into the Roman calendar back then.
Yeah.
And this day was 14th February. And ever since the 14th and 15th century till today, the 21st century, each February 14 has been commemorated in the whole world, in the entire universe, as a day set aside for love, as a day to honor the glory and for us to go back into history and for us to like put flowers on Saint Valentine's grave. But with the way things have been going since the 20th and now the 21st century, the idea behind Saint Valentine act of gesture of love has been changed.
Hmm.
It has become so dramatic today that I don't even know if I should call this Valentine's Day again or a terrible day or a very bad day into history because the kind of activities, the kind of things I've seen from previous years celebration, they are so catastrophic and so impolite and
Hmm.
they are not part of love. There's something different.
Hmm.
So I don't even know what to say.
Hmm.
I don't even know how to categorize these Valentine's this year or last year Valentine's because it's out of topic. It's out of love. It's totally not portraying love. So
Hmm.
it's
But I would want to say it doesn't totally cancel the aspect of love. I mean, there are people out there who still genuinely do some wonderful acts of love, and on this day they commemorate it in a very loving manner and in the manner in which it should be portrayed, which should
I
be
think just one
communicated.
percent of people out there still portray that love
Um,
regarding Saint
and you know what?
Valentine's.
You know what blog we are on? We're on the Majority Block podcast where uh, it's not about the popularity, it's not about the numbers, it's not about 100 people against one person who is on the right. It's about that one person who is on the right who believes and strongly believes that he is right. We believe that that person is the
Is the majority.
majority. So that's why we are on the Majority Block podcast and telling you out there who still values this day and respects or honors this day in the way it should be honored,
Honored.
saying that you are indeed the majority and keep being you and keep doing good. So, yeah, that was just to say that we still think that this day should be celebrated, right?
As it has to be celebrated.
As it has to be celebrated,
So
yes.
I would like us to talk about the modern day celebration. What do you think about the way people, the way individuals go about celebrating Valentine's Day, February 14th?
I would say, I would say it is one, it is overhyped,
Okay,
right? And it is overhyped, not in the right direction. It is overhyped in the wrong direction,
right.
if I should put it that way. It has become a day where people no longer want to no longer want to give out love as the day was put aside
Time
to
for love.
to
Yeah.
be. You know, it's become a day where people would rather receive gifts, want
Gifts,
to receive gifts, rather than want to receive some genuine love,
love,
some acts of love.
kindness and
You
stuff.
get it?
Yeah.
Uh, you would have people now who would decline a rose, right?
Yeah.
And expect or rose bouquet and expect to have a money
Money
bouquet.
bouquet. Wow.
Now it pisses me off because the significance or what the significance of the rose
Rose
flower or the
flower.
rose bouquet
Yeah.
was has been watered down. Now you have people now who have hijacked this day
The
and brought in the aspect of, oh, it's a money
money
bouquet.
bouquet.
We don't do rose
Rose bouquets
bouquet.
no more.
We don't do these little things. Maybe even a natural flower, which signifies the the fact that your love is alive.
Yeah.
It's been watered down to, okay, no, it has to be a money bouquet, and it's not any kind of a money bouquet. It's supposed to be a money bouquet which has a lot of money,
Money. Yeah.
which has the high currency,
The dollar bills, the
the dollar
pounds,
bills, pounds,
the
and stuff like
euros.
that. And if it's, say, talking about francs, it's not the 500 francs, it's not even the 1,000 francs,
The
it's say the
highest,
2,000,
the
the
highest,
5,000,
the
the
K,
10,000,
the 10
and then
Ks.
it's all for the gram. You get it? It's all for the gram. People now do this just to put it on social media
Media
to say that, okay, this is what I'm receiving on
as a gift.
Valentine's Day as a gift, and what are you receiving? So it oppresses a whole lot of people, a whole community of people out there. It forces people to engage in some terrible acts. It will even push people to the extent of doing for themselves a bouquet
Bouquets
and then act surprised for the
for the
cameras
cameras and
and
posting
then
on
post
social
on social
media.
media and be like, oh,
Oh,
I
I received
I
something from my
received something
boyfriend.
from this, from that, and from that. And then behind the scenes, it's terrible. It's a brouhaha. Like it's constant beating battery on a daily basis. It's constant fights. It's constant. Oh, we can't talk. No, we can't talk. But on the screens, it's
It's
all perfect.
perfect. It's perfect. My question to you is like, why do you think, most especially, I'm not trying to be like, I'm trying to be on one side, but
Mm.
this happens especially to ladies, right? Why do you feel like most ladies would always try to get like, maybe a money bouquet for themselves if they don't have a boyfriend, just to paint a perfect picture on social media? Why do you think they do that?
Like I said, it's all for the gram. You get it? Uh, Social media has become
Yeah,
so toxic that it has driven a lot of people. It was actually meant to. The role of social media was meant to bring the world together.
together,
You
educate,
get it?
pass out good
Educate, pass a
information.
good, yeah. Um, for people, I as your loved one to be able to reach out to
Out to
you
you
and
from a
say
distance.
from a
Yeah,
distance and feel like we are close together. We feel like that distance
it's no
is
longer there.
it's not that barrier
Yeah,
as it was
before
before. But the social media has to for every good thing there's a
there's a
downside.
downside. Yeah,
You get it? So it's degenerated into that situation where we have people just go onto social media for comparison. You know, my friend got a car. Why shouldn't I
I
have a
have a
car
car
too
too.
on
Dang,
this day? You get it? Why shouldn't I have a better car? It's not just getting a car, but a
with
better
better
car.
car. Benz,
So she got
Lexus.
a Lexus. I want to have a Rolls Royce. You get it? So it's become so toxic, social media, so much such that people on social media are now getting depressed.
Facts.
You get
Facts.
it? Depression wasn't a thing
Then
back then, but Today it's a thing.
It's
So the modern day celebration of Valentine's Day, why girls would do that? It's because they want to go with the trend. They want to go with the trend of being that glamorous, the glitter and glamour in that
the
expensive,
favorite day,
it coming out in that expensive
Rolls
outfit,
Royce,
coming
putting
out
on
in
the
that
rose
expensive,
gown,
exactly.
putting on the red
You
shoes,
know all that,
going to expensive restaurants,
and
eating good
post
food,
post a
posting on social
post
media.
a picture which is clean. Post a picture with the mirror on the other side showing the three cameras. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah, 15.
The right. So that's what it's become this day, and it's a sad reality, I would say.
I do understand. I feel your pains as well. From the looks of things and the way you spoke about these part, it looks like you have been through these and you have been pressured a lot to do what you never wanted to do. But I would like to put this to you. On Valentine's Day, as a regular Valentine's celebrant, right?
Mm.
What romantic gestures do you think you could do for your spouse, friends, family that it would leave a mark in them? Like it's gonna be memorable forever. Like whenever they think about you, they're gonna be like, "Oh, he did this for me, and I cherish this moment, and I cherished the little things he does for me." So I'm like, what romantic gestures do you think you could do for someone that would always make them think about you?
Okay, so I think it would differ with the person or with
Okay.
the people, and it wouldn't be for me. It wouldn't be just on the Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
You know, we shouldn't put so much energy or so much focus on that particular day and then forget about the 364
64
or
to 65
365 in the leap
leap
year.
years.
You get it? We shouldn't put so much pressure on just that one day and then forget about the others. We should look at it from a holistic point.
Points, yeah.
You get it? We're looking at it from different angles.
But this is my point.
And
You know, not everyone trying to see it from your own point of view. Like, let's not forget about let's not forget about the 365 days or the 364 days. They put more attention to these particular day in the calendar. So I would like, okay, I don't want to cut you short. I get your point, but I want you to be like, let's go more specific. I don't know if you have a girlfriend or what, but
mm,
that's off the cameras, right?
mm.
If in case you do have a girlfriend, what signs of gestures like would you romantic
Yes, I was
gestures
coming there.
like
I was
would you
coming
do
there
for your spouse?
on a Valentine's Day.
Yeah, on that
Right, on
particular
that
day. I
particular.
know you do show her love on your other 365 days or 364 days. But considering the fact that like everyone takes this day so personal and so particular,
Yeah.
so what gestures like it shouldn't be just an ordinary gestures, but I want it to be like more romantic gestures.
Yeah.
So what do you think like you could do out there like you know?
So I would say it still differs with the person in particular.
Okay,
Now,
I'll
now,
give you a clue. Let me make it
now,
more easier for
now,
you. Your spouse.
now, take it. That's where I'm headed.
Okay.
So I would say it differs with regards to the person. Now, I want to understand my spouse. I want to understand my partner to a very high extent, so much so that I know what what you really cherish,
Yeah.
what you really like, where you want to hang out, where you want to be, what things you want to do, what's your hobby. These things are particular, these things are relative.
Yeah.
You get it? An individual of your nature, you find fun in doing these things.
Right.
I do not find fun in doing these particular
Right.
things.
Right.
You get it?
Right.
So it's all about studying your partner and understanding what they want, what they like, and then giving them the trick in that particular
Particular
direction.
aspect.
You
Yeah.
know, if I mean, I think a lot of people, 99% of people, I would say, this isn't from any statistics I've gotten, but I think 99%, will say 95%,
Mhm.
are into hanging out,
Okay.
hanging out in nice restaurants.
Yeah, restaurants.
You get it?
Yeah.
hanging out in a nice environment. You
Good
get,
gardens.
yeah, good gardens, the park, some
Yeah.
beautiful parks, some museums, some yeah, just some beautiful place. I think I want to take you out to this kind of a beautiful place.
Okay.
Make you see the world from this lens. You get it?
I feel you.
Buy you a gift, looking at you and understanding who you are. I think, okay, maybe I should get you this this Louis Vuitton a perfume,
Okay.
this Louis Vuitton a dress.
Drawers. Yeah.
If you're the kind of person who would appreciate that. Someone like me, I wouldn't very much appreciate that to a very high extent.
Esther.
Reason being that I'm not carried away or I'm not swayed by the
Fancy.
designers, the fancy stuff, the fan. This is regular stuff, and then it just comes with the tag, the
Bro,
name,
they're not
Louis
regular,
Vuitton.
bro.
It's regular.
Out.
Trust me.
No, they're not.
No, trust me. It is. It is. You'd have more goods of better quality
Quality
out there
without a trademark.
without the name, the Louis Vuitton and the Balenciagas and the whatever, right? Selling at a low price, but it's of a better quality than the Louis Vuitton and the whatever and the big names. I don't want to just make it a Louis Vuitton thing.
Okay.
I'm not specifying Louis Vuitton, but I'm just saying, okay, yeah, that's it. But then that's the reality, and it's that way because of branding. We can look at branding in a different
Different expression.
episode,
Yeah.
but it's all about branding.
Branded. Yeah.
You get it? So if you're someone who would fancy some of these things, I think maybe I should give you one and then make your day. I want to make your day. You get it? So the
So
whole
okay.
idea for
So
this,
this. So
I
my
want to
point.
make your
My
day.
one point now. What you're trying to let me know is like you're not trying to do this out of love, but you're just trying to please your spouse. You're just trying to
It's
make
an
your
act
day.
of love.
It's an act of love when it comes from your head.
It's
Good.
coming from your
No, the way you're trying to paint it right now, it shows like you're just doing it because you already know she loves these. You already know she fancy these clothes and these things. So you just want to give them to her because, okay, she's my love and that's what she wants and that's what she fancies. So I'm gonna just like side
now.
gesture.
Now it's I would ask you a simple question,
Okay.
right? Uh, on the Valentine's Day,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Your girl is not someone who is into food,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah.
Your girl is not someone who is into sushi.
Mm-hmm.
And then on Valentine's Day, you take her to a sushi restaurant. What message are you trying to pass across, or what love are you trying to express in that sense?
Yeah, we'll boil down to these. If you're taking her to a sushi place to go get maybe sushi food or sushi Japan or sushi China or whatever, and you know she doesn't love doing that, and you're doing that on that special day, you're trying to like, I don't know, you're trying to like just make her sad for the entire day.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean has to be that she doesn't love it, but she's not someone who is very much impressed
With
with sushi.
sushi,
I mean, she eats it. She eats
obviously.
sushi,
Yeah,
but she's
but
not impressed
with
with
sushi.
with sushi. You get it? I mean, you get her to the restaurant.
Yeah,
She'll have sushi. You get it? She'll eat sushi.
but deep down,
But nah,
she's not feeling it. She's not feeling the vibe.
yeah, it's just a regular something. It's not something she would be like, oh, it's a special meal. You get it? So you want to understand your partner. It's all about understanding
Understanding.
what you likes,
Exactly.
the likes and the dislikes. You get it? And then you try to hype it from there. You try to up your game from there. Okay, now if you're into sushi, I'll not take you to the regular sushi you're used to.
Used to
I probably want to take you to
an upgrade.
an upgrade.
Yeah.
Okay, try this sushi. Try this sushi, which is done in this different style by this person. You get it?
Yeah.
It gives you a different feeling.
Fail. I understand. I understand that.
Yeah, so that's it for me.
Okay. Okay.
And
So
for family members, though, for family members, uh, the acts of love you or the gestures you want to do is, I think everybody. is moved by gifts.
I mean, everybody's moved by gifts, but we today in today's generation we're living, most gifts, most people, the kind of gift they expect are just like cash. They want cash. It's
And
someone,
it,
so I believe someone is gonna value maybe a $200 over a gift worth $500.
yeah, there's crazy people, and these are people who are utterly insane. I would say this is people who have been swayed, who've been carried away by by the madness in the society. Because I think the society, in some sense, is going crazy.
If you put it that way.
Yeah, if I should put it that way. Yeah, but then I've always thought that gifts gifts do matter.
Okay.
You know,
We
there's
value gifts as well.
yeah, and there's what we know as love language. You get it?
And gift is one of them.
Gifts is one of them.
Uh-huh.
Gifts is one of them. I mean, cash too could can be considered a gift.
Kind of
Yeah, but I would say not to the extent of an actual something you
something.
buy.
Yeah.
You get it? I do appreciate it if you come to me with this, right?
Yeah.
And say, this is what I really got for you. And I think it will suit you very much. You get it?
I understand.
I really would appreciate it. And if it costs, say, $5, then you maybe giving me $100. Sometimes I would.
Yeah, I
You,
understand.
you get it?
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll be like, damn, I need that $100, bro.
But
That's what
I know.
you get it. You get the point. Yeah, but the point I'm driving at is gifts do matter, and it has a significance. It has a message. It's trying to pass across, and we should sometimes focus on that message it's trying to pass across and focus on the intention of that gift rather than just okay cash. The money bouquet. I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think
Okay.
that anything.
So I'll put it this way. Let's not forget we have people who are not in a relationship, people who don't have like the family love they could have or they wish to have, and so they kind of call themselves singleton. I don't know why they choose that word, but I have a brother who always, when I ask him like, bro, are you in any relationship? He said, no, I'm called Mr. Singleton. I don't know why he chose that. But as an individual, like let's say if it happens you're single today and tomorrow is Valentine's, what kind of gesture, what kind of gifts do you feel like you need to give yourself to make that day worth it?
Why would I be getting myself a gift?
I mean, you deserve one.
No, not
You deserve to be happy. Giving yourself gift. I don't see anything wrong with me giving myself a gift.
yeah.
I don't see anything wrong with me getting myself maybe a good sushi plate on Valentine's Day for me to like commemorate that day
No,
of love.
not on Valentine's Day. I wouldn't do
It's
that.
it's a day meant for celebration.
As an individual, right?
It's a day meant for celebration, and you could as well go out there to celebrate with others, but you celebrate in it on your own path.
Yeah.
And in that act, you just kind of like, okay, I might go to Dillard's today, go get myself a beautiful dress, beautiful clothes, a beautiful like maybe sneakers and stuff.
As an
You might go to
individual,
like,
personally, as an
okay,
individual,
yeah,
I wouldn't do that.
you would. Why not?
I wouldn't do that because I feel like uh, the day, the day itself, is not that very significant to me.
Oh, to you, okay,
You get it?
yeah.
It's not that very significant to me as an individual to just wake up and say, "Oh, it's a Valentine's Day. I'm getting myself a gift." You get it? In a relationship, it's quite different. It's quite different. Everything is different in a relationship. Trust me.
The feelings, everything, like you
You
said.
get it?
Yep.
It's a whole different place when you're in a relationship. So you want to celebrate that day and want to make it memorable. But as an individual, I wouldn't say, "Oh, it's Valentine's Day. I'm going out on a trip." I mean, I'll give myself a treat on other days when I
Not
get
only on
when
Valentine's
when
Day.
I get a
Paycheck.
paycheck,
Yeah.
and the paycheck looks
You
good,
go straight to sushi.
and
Go get
you
yourself
get
a
it.
good sushi dish.
The paycheck looks good. I'm like, whoa.
I need to get myself a drink.
I got a big paycheck this time, and I could spare $100. I could spare 10,000 francs.
Yeah,
You get it, and enjoy myself. But sometimes it's this as Africans would say, or as we Africans would say, uh, the more the merrier. You get it, the more the merrier. So I usually would appreciate it or would enjoy hanging out with a couple of
couple of friends
friends,
drinking some beer.
drinking beer.
Oh yeah.
You get it,
Hmm.
talking crazy stuff, talking about
Other things, yeah. Work related activities. I know super
what.
super extracurricular activities. It's
We're not
it's
talking about work, bro.
it's fine. It's fine. I will come back to that. Okay. So in respect to modern day celebration of Valentine,
Yeah.
it brings us to this factor, criticizing its celebration, criticizing the way people take to go about it. If you want to criticize how Valentine has been termed today, what can you say about that?
I mean, like from the onset of the episode of today, Valentine's, I started with some criticisms already about the whole day, and it's still the same thing. I'll say the day has been overhyped. Its significance has been watered
Watered
down.
down.
Yeah, it's been highly watered down, and and uh, and the aspect of people just expecting,
And not trying to give up.
not wanting to give,
Yeah,
just expecting and
expecting
expecting big.
big,
You get it?
not just an ordinary expectation, but
Yeah, the
it's
big stuff.
very high.
You get it? The high expectations. I think it's not worth it. So if I should put it that way,
Okay.
I would say it's, yeah, overhyped. Expectations are too high,
High.
up the roof. You know, things like
And
that.
and you as a love doctor, right? What I noticed in the previous layers, and a lot of people have lose their relationships due to the pressure on Valentine's Day. You know, a lot of bad things has happened on this day.
Mm.
Relationships being
Relationships
spoiled,
have crashed.
crashed,
People
crumbled,
have,
people lost their lives,
yeah,
loss of
suicide,
persons, suicide.
madness.
Everything bad happens on this love day. So I don't understand if we should consider Valentine's as a sign of love or as a sign of trauma or death or chaos or whatsoever, how you could put it. So you as a love doctor, what can you tell the people? Like what advice, what piece of advice, like in just one line, can you give order to whoever might be watching and whoever might need this advice before Valentine's, not to get into any of this trouble, either be rape, lose of relationship, trauma, suicide, loss of properties and stuff like that. What advice can you give to them?
I mean, if I should be put in that position of,
I mean, that's where you are right now.
oh yeah, of offering that
You a
advice
love doctor.
as a love doctor, if
Yeah.
I'm in that position,
Heal me, doctor. Heal me.
an advice for that day would be: this is a regular day, which you can choose to make it extraordinary. Or
Okay.
this is an ordinary day, which you can choose to
To
make
make
it
it
extraordinary,
extraordinary.
and you can choose to make it otherwise. Do what your heart says
Okay.
is right.
Okay.
I think that would be it if I should put it in a single statement.
Yeah.
You get it? I can elaborate more on
More
that and
on
then
that
break it down or
into
open it up and then let's see the different facets
fact.
of this.
Yeah.
Uh, but I think that would be,
I mean, it makes sense. If you want to look at it in a bigger picture, it makes a lot of sense. Like what you're saying. Like, so what you're trying to tell us is like, on this fateful day, you as an individual, you as a lover, you as maybe someone in a relationship, be it a fiance, be it a fiance, be it a spouse, be it spouses and stuff like that. You should just like do what your heart tells you to do. Like follow your heart, listen to your heart speak to you, and you act on that basis.
Mm.
Bro, some people have two minds. Some people have two hearts.
Yeah,
Let me put it that way.
yeah, that's crazy.
So they listen to both
And
hearts
that's the
and
society we. That's unfortunately the society we're
the world
living
we live in.
in
It's a
today.
sad world.
It's a cold war, bro.
Very sad.
Yeah. Uh, but then there's always people who always want to see the bad in the good
Good.
and the good in the
In the
bad.
band. Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah.
They usually would want to let the okay. So there's this thing I came across, right?
Uh-huh.
They're saying when you're getting into a relationship,
Right.
let's talk about relationship a bit. When you're getting into a relationship, go with your heart, but go with your mind as well, with
Okay.
your brain as well.
Okay.
You get it? Uh, the heart here is used in not an actual terms. You get it?
Yeah.
It's used in a as a figure which represents that part which controls love, the love we emanate, the
Yeah.
love we
We
receive. You get
receive.
it?
Huh?
But in actual terms, it's not like the heart within us is what controls that.
Control the
You get it? So it's that thing which it's that feeling which we can control with our minds to some extent. We
uh-huh.
can control with our minds, and the truth is, our minds will always tell us what's right. And if you want to be carried away by a feeling, you can easily be carried away by a feeling.
Yeah.
But if you should put some reasoning to that feeling, you would easily see the way.
Right.
So I would advise people to use their brains.
Okay. Okay. So I would like to talk about gifts. Gifts on Valentine's Day. But this time I want to be more specific, like home gifts. A lot of people do value, like you said, the Louis Vuitton, the Balenciagas as gift, but the folks who understand like homemade gifts are more cherishable. I, for one, I would value something you made with your hands.
Yeah,
Maybe like I don't know how to put it, but anything you could like just do with your hands, maybe a painting,
yeah,
a picture,
yeah.
maybe you making socks out of any material you could do, like just a little bit of design,
Mm,
and you give that to me and be like, Happy Valentine's Day, this is what I got.
mm,
I would cherish that gift 100 times more than the Balenciaga you ordered online,
mm,
more than the Balenciaga or Louis Vuitton you went to a shop to go get for me.
mm,
Because that's already pre-made.
mm,
And it's just like you just doing exchange. You just
mm,
give out cash and they give that to you.
mm,
So I don't feel like it has much of that love. But you sitting down on the table, taking out a pen or a pencil and doing a painting and wishing me a happy Valentine, it means you value me that much to give me your time,
yeah,
your attention, your affection,
yeah.
and your perfection to put on weight. So I would like forever that act of gesture will always be in my mind,
Mm.
24 on 7.
Yeah, so it brings me to an aspect which I would say uh where we converge at,
Okay.
um, which is doing something not just because you can't maybe afford other expensive stuff,
Expensive stuff, yeah.
but doing something and presenting because you feel like when you do it, the receiving or the receiver appreciate it more.
More
So it takes me back a couple of years ago, like
okay.
quite some number of years ago.
Fun fact.
Is it a fun fact? I don't know. I'm not
Reality.
sure. Yeah, it takes me back quite a number of years ago when I would I intended to give out a Valentine's Day gift
Oh my God.
to my parents,
Yeah.
and I went to the shop and I asked for a blank a postcard.
Yeah.
You know, there was an there was a time when postcards or cards were a thing. That particular gesture has been watered down to a certain extent, but it, within a certain community of people,
It's
it's
still
it's coming.
cherished and
Yeah,
it's
it's
still
still
valued.
cherished and it's growing.
Yeah.
You guys, so there was that aspect of getting people postcard. You guys, and then there were pre-made postcards which were very common. But what was uncommon was a blank postcard.
Postcard. Yeah.
You get it? So I went to the store demanding to get a blank postcard because I wanted to uh, give them I wanted to express my love
Love towards them.
to them in my own words,
Words. Yeah.
not in words which have been pre-written
Written down.
by
Yeah.
some individual. So I sourced for that and I found it was difficult finding a blank postcard. I don't think I finally got it, but I actually passed across the
Yeah.
message. You get it? So that's where I was headed at, saying that I think people would cherish it if you come up with a blank postcard and then you tell them from your own words what you feel about them, what you're feeling towards them.
Okay.
You get it? I think they feel it more. They connect with it more.
More. Yeah.
I think that's it. That's the key. That's the key to unlocking quite a number of doors.
Those. Yeah. Okay. Like you rightfully said, before we conclude on this episode, I would like you to give me one fun fact that has happened to you, a life experience on Valentine, another positive one, the other way around. And I'll do the same for our viewers today.
Now,
Okay.
now coming to that point, before we round up the episode, uh, dear viewers, you'll bear with me that on the first episode we uncovered something about Boris's past majority. There was a certain Sarah,
Sarah.
and we were supposed to dig into
It was AI Sarah, not my Sarah. It was AI Sarah, not mine.
yeah, but you told us there was a Sarah somewhere.
I said I know of many Sarahs.
Yeah.
It's just like I said, I know of many gods, but I don't know a God who is strong like Jesus Christ. You feel me?
So you know of many Sarahs, but you don't know of
Any Sarah stronger
who
like
is.
AI strong is the Sarah. My bad. So
Are you saying there's a Jajorita? Is that the name Jajorita? There's the trending character on social media
I
now.
am Jaguarita. She's 100% AI, but that's something for another day.
Bro, I want to fall in love with AI.
Mr.
If she's the definition of AI, I want to fall in love with AI. That girl is cute.
Mr. Love Doctor, can you
Sorry,
please
dear
give
viewers,
us our fun fact?
dear viewers. Sorry about that. We didn't mean to diverge into that. I don't know if I have any fun fact.
You should, bro. You are too old not to have a fun fact. You
I'll,
have
I'll
you
let I'll let you take the stage. Just to give you the honor of. I mean,
okay. Ouch, my head hurts. I just me thinking about what happened to me that year on Valentine's Day put so much pain to my head.
and I have tissue here in case you will be crying, so we can.
I'll hold my tears for the cameras. I don't want to ruin my makeup.
Oh, you have makeup on. I'm sorry.
So I will just go straight to let you all know what happened. That fun fact. So as little as I was back then, and I don't know if I should say I was excited about the day Valentine's Day, and I had to give out love and everything to like these individual who I considered like someone who shared something great. So I had like saved up my feeding money back in school just to get good gifts for this
Whoa.
individual. But this is what happened, you know? So I went to the shop, got gifts, came back home. Like you all know, I cherish hand gifts that much, home gifts. So I made something very beautiful for her.
What was that?
I'll keep that for the camera. So this fateful evening, I took up my phone and I was like, hello, where are you? And this individual said, I'm home. And I'll be like, okay, I'll be coming to your place in a couple of minutes. And she was, and he was like, they were like, okay, that's fine. So I drove down to their place, to this individual's place in court. And I got there with my rose flowers showing signs of love, red roses in a water jar to keep it alive, to show you that the love I have for you will always be alive and will never die, and it's not artificial. And with a beautiful teddy bear to always keep you warm in my absence, to you for no, just for you to understand that it doesn't matter if I'm not there at the moment, but I leave my spirit with you. And other little gifts that I prepared, little packets like chocolates, candies and stuff like that.
Okay.
And I got there, I gave it to her, but I don't know if she loved them or whatever, but about 30 minutes with her, bro, I had a knock at the door. And by the time she opens this door, it was this other guy she was, I don't know, saying, having a thing with, came up and give, handed the car key.
Oh, oh, the what? You know the
And
what?
to spice it up,
Oh,
my rose flowers were thrown back on my face,
oh no.
and the water in
You
the
don't
flower
say.
jar was poured over my head,
You don't say.
down to my feet, and I was covered in water, so cold. It's February, it's winter, and you know how cold it is for someone to pour cold water on you. It breaks my heart.
That they ain't believe in us. It takes me to the song. It breaks my heart that they ain't believe in us. You know the DJ Khaled song, right? No,
The
but
world we live in.
we're not talking about that.
So that's
It's a
it.
cold war, though.
That's it. That's it.
It's a cold war. Um, I don't think I have an experience like that. Uh, what would it be? I'd say the crazy experience I've had was I wrote a letter. I wrote a letter, and then she turned me down. I think that was it. Like I don't really think.
She turned you down, and I could feel your pain.
Come on, let's go now.
That's another topic for another day.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this was the package we had for you, and you have a wonderful Valentine's Day. And remember, it's not about the huge gifts. It's not about the money. It's about the intentions. It's about the gestures. So we encourage you to appreciate the little things, because these are the little. It's these little things
That
that
matter.
mean the most.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Right.
It's these little things that mean the most. So until next time, I've been your co-host Atem King Victor, co-hosting this session with
Majority.
and we out. And before we out, we'd have to say this: remain truthful, remain hungry for the
Hungry for
truth,
the truth.
because you are indeed the
The
majority.
majority.
Until next time, bye bye.
Kota, 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 kota video, boy. Kota video. Don't text me like it's missing.